Hello, welcome to this session of openmentor.net. We are going to talk about CRM. Already we have talked about marketing part of customer relationship management. In this session, we will go into sales part of CRM. Under marketing, we talked about campaigns, conducting events, roadshows, etc. And we had an overview of CRM also. Now we are going to talk about sales. Before going to sales part of it, there are two important things that people need to know about CRM, two critical data elements. One is called contacts. This is the vital part. Business is nothing but contact. If you know more people and if more people know you, then obviously you can establish a relationship and that can bring business deals. So contact is usually a person. So in order to make some business arrangements with the person, first of all you need to know the person, right? The person may call you and then asking for some services or products if they have the need. Or if you know the person, you can contact that person through email or whatever, asking whether you need our service. But before that, at least either you should know the person or the person should know you. This awareness of one another, right? One knowing the other can happen through marketing. They might have seen the advertisements, they might have met you in some exhibitions or events or roadshows, right? But once a contact is known, you need to maintain that data. Typically for the contact, first name, last name, middle name. Typically if you go to any operating system or anything in the email agents, you have something called contact, first name, last name, middle name, right? Maybe date of birth and then designation, right? So there's something called a salutation. That means should I call that person with Mr. or ma'am or miss? So you need to know the salutation, the designation, the role that he or she plays in the organization, which department that this person is working. Of course, then phone numbers, email, right? Fax numbers of the person. Then for which company the person works for. Then if you know the interest of that person, that also helps, because if person is interested in golf, probably you may try to meet that person in the golf club. If the person is interested in cricket, you may try to invite him for a cricket match or a football match, right? So interest is also important, right? And even if you know anything about the person's educational background or employment background, so you may try to know some other contact there, then establish another link with this guy. So knowing the contact and maintaining the contact data is very, very important. Next important data with respect to sales is called accounts. Accounts meaning company details, right? The company may be small, the company may be big, it doesn't matter. But most of the business deals with corporates. There are two business areas. One is called business to business, another is called business to consumer. In business to consumer, company A directly deals with end customer. When it comes to B2B, that means one business dealing with another business unit. So that time you need to know the company details, right? Like company name, then revenue of the company, then address of the company, phone, website, fax, and then number of branches of the company, number of employees, right? and any specific credit rating of the company. There are usually credit ratings about the company's credibility, credit rating of the company, then any other useful information about the company needs to be tracked. So once these two data are there, after that you need to go after them, right? Go after the person to get the business, go after the company to get the business. So getting to know is the first thing. So how do I know about the companies? Again, marketing may bring these data. Because of marketing, they may contact you. That is one part. The other part, there are databases collated by third parties, right? I want to know the US IT companies. I want to know the UK pharma companies. I want to know the printed circuit board companies in Taiwan. There are companies which compile the data, collate the data, present it, but there is a price. They don't give it free because it's a valuable information. So you can go to databases, get information from them. Again, they will have, okay, for 1,000 email IDs you need to pay this much. For 1,000 CTO contacts, right? They will say CEO, CTO, CFO databases, right? They will charge based on how many items you buy from them. So you have to get it from them to contact them. Once this is done, after that there are multiple ways to do the sales, right? Again, we already talked about email campaigns, right? Email campaigns do happen. So if you know the email, straight away send the email to that person with the neat information about your service offering or a product offering. This is also possible. Also, in sales team there is something called telecallers, right? Telecallers used to do cold calls, right? Cold calls meaning take the phone, you know the phone number of the other end, call them, introduce yourself, talk. Again, there are a lot of cold calling technique. Within 15 seconds you need to create interest. If not, they will say, okay, we'll get back to you next month. So you lose 1 month time right there. So the cold calling itself is an industry. Again, there are a lot of rules. The person would have said, don't call me between this time and that time. Or whenever the telecallers call, they need to go through their secretaries, right? When there's a personal secretary, right, then you need to go through them, and they may inform the person or need not be, right? If it is not important, they may not even. So cold calling units will talk to them, find out their interest, fix an appointment, right? The aim of telecallers is to get talk, fix appointment, or demo, right? So ideally it will be much more a person to person talk, right? So this is also important. Another aspect in sales is called leads. Leads is one of the vital information in sales. A lead is nothing but piece of information about a possible business engagement. Somebody will say, hey, I met this person in this event that you conducted in testing. The next day I met the CEO of company ABC, and that CEO said they want some performance testing. That means somebody is informing you, hey, there is a need. You have not got the contract, you have not got the money, the project is not given to you, but you get an information that there may be a business engagement. Usually this lead is nothing but raw detail. It may be true or it may not be true. No one knows. But it has come through your sales unit or marketing unit or some contacts that you have got, or collaborators or partners. Anything. It can happen. Once this lead is given, then they will say, what is the contact? Who is the contact person? For which company or which account this need is there? And what is the need? And once this is done, if you know Ken from company XYZ needs performance testing of their product. So you know a person called Ken, you know the company called XYZ, you know the need, which is performance testing. Whether it is for 1,000 users, whether it is going to be $10,000, should it start tomorrow? No one knows. That is called a lead. It's a raw information. Then what happens is the sales team may have a contact. Once this contact is given and the lead is given, then talk to them, right? Talk to the contact. Talk to the contact. Ensure, yeah, this is real need. Is this a real need or a fake one, or how soon they need, right? So you grab some more details through the call. Okay, why can't we meet up tomorrow after lunch to discuss about this? They may call you, they may not call you. So the sales team needs to keep on doing this aspect to ensure they grab some information, some more information from the contact. This is called lead. But remember, every time when a sales team member talks or sends emails or meets a contact, right, it must be documented and tracked. Usually there will be a system in that on this day I talked to this contact gave this information. On this date I met this contact, I got this information. On this day I sent this email to this contact. So if I click on the contact name, there is something called communication history. That means whether you met personally, whether you did chatting through instant messengers, whether you talked, whether you sent an email, everything needs to be placed in the system so that who contacted this person for what, that history will tell. Right? If you go to the healthcare system, the patient history is documented well so that you know what complaint came yesterday, what was before, everything, you know what medicine was given. So this is called a communication history. Once this is done, your sales managers will do qualify the lead. This is a step. Qualify the lead meaning assess the lead. Is it real? Is it immediate? Is it something that we can do? Okay, for example, if someone has a lead, someone wants to build a nuclear reactor and they send me that lead to me, then I will say, hey, I do only testing. I don't do nuclear reactors, right? So the information may be useful, may not be useful. If it is not useful, you can just forget it. So that is usually the job of the sales managers. Is that lead within our business radar? Is it within our business scope? Then do something else. That is called qualification of the lead. Once the lead is qualified, it is called opportunity. Opportunity is nothing but a qualified real lead that you can service. So again, in opportunity we need some more details like what is the when to do this, how soon you need this, and what is the projected price, what is the business volume, right? Then any competitors, and more than anything else, what is your probability good to get that lead, get that opportunity? Because Customer may say, hey, you are a new vendor to me, we have been already doing business with this guy, so you may get 50-50 possibility. So the probability of getting the deal is also talked to that. So the sales managers, after that it is only pure relationship presentations, right? All these things need to happen to ensure that the opportunity matures. So every time any contact has been made with that person with respect to this opportunity, they will again make the communication history, store everything into the system, so that on this particular information what has happened. So this lead matures to opportunity also matures in the CRM systems, in the computer applications. You could see something called sales stage. Sales stage meaning initially it may be a lead, then it may move to a qualified lead called opportunity. Then the opportunity itself can be like, there may be different status codes. Okay, demo given, it's a status, it's nothing but a status code. Demo given, then negotiated, proposal sent, then negotiation done, right? Then closed or lost the deal, or on hold. Customer may say, hey, my budget has been cut, so the deal is on hold. So sales stage is nothing but a set of status code. Ideally, if you come to closed meaning, that means you won the deal, right? So to win the deal, you need to meet, you need to qualify, you need to give the demo, you need to give the proposal, you need to negotiate, then get that contract on your name. So the opportunity matures over a period of time, but here the relationship plays a vital role. Everything, your negotiation skills, your meeting the customer skills, you are convincing the customer that they have to buy your product. Your product must be having a unique feature why the customer should buy. So it is up to you, your sales team, to convince the customer why they should buy your product. So the sales team will work on accounts, contacts, and leads and opportunities. Once the opportunity has been nurtured, the relationship is maintained, then it gets closed. There are other aspects called order generation. That means nothing but a quotation, right? The sales team needs to give a quotation. It is also known as proposal, right? To generate the quotation and proposal, right? That itself is a big area. That we will talk about in the next session. Okay? Thank you.